can tell you what it is, right? I haven't been online for like I've not done it live in a few days, and I apologize because I promised you, every day scoop, and somehow I've not been able to really keep up in the last few days because I've been transiting a lot and just trying to settle in and try and get back into the sort of work mode type thing. Yeah. So I'll go back a few days with stuff that I've done and just my point of view on a few things. So it's almost the end of the month. It's 24th May 2026. If you don't know, recently I've been traveling a lot. I've been trying to catch up with new places, see new things, experience new, have new experiences, and boy, boy, oh boy, that's been something. It has. And recently I just like today, I spent a lot of time trying to update my YouTube and IG. Maybe not a lot of time on IG, but my YouTube. Now this is the reason why. And I mean I can get some advice from you guys. What you think? So um because we're something I'm very excited about is that we're starting a YouTube channel. No, did I say YouTube channel? Wow. Wow. We're starting business, right? And this business is basically in travel. And this travel business is an agency that would um, organize bookings for other people, organize like travel and tours and holidays and meetings and conferences in other locations, things like that, right? And just even booking flights, as little as booking flights and visa assistance, all the 9 yards shebang. So that's what we're doing. And I've tied it in. I saw the whole YouTube um Instagram thing. Okay, I need to collect my thoughts because clearly I'm a little distracted. And it's not clearly, but well, whatever. Um do you know that sometimes I'm afraid of being silent on this life? And that's something ridiculous to allude to because I came on to tell you about shit. Yeah. And silence sometimes is healing and it's necessary. It helps you just check it. So what I was saying was really around starting a new business in travel and tours. Basically, we're getting off the ground, and I'm using my new IG page as a like sort of like an influencer channel page for the new IG. And I don't know if it will work. I've seen people do it. Um and I'm just hoping that it's not a bad idea that I'm incorporating. But basically, what happened recently was that I just took down my actual page, which was gonna go on normally, right? I wasn't gonna try and change anything, but I saw an opportunity to rebrand, and I was like, you know what? Why not? It's my opinion that anybody can change it up at any point. You can rebrand whatever it is that your message is. You can develop. Is that fear of allowing yourself being multi-potentialite that keeps people stuck in places that they've grown out of years ago? Hello. And I'm trying not to be defined by one thing. I can't be defined by one thing. If I were being defined by the first thing that was my career, I would have been defined as a teacher. I actually taught toddlers, 1.5 year olds. That was not my calling at all. I found out very quickly, right? I moved on to then be a tutor for it's maybe a little older children, 9 to 12. Again, not my calling. I figured I like to talk to adults. Okay, so I moved into front office work, and then I moved into sales, and that's when that was the beginning of my career into what is now Sycamore, right? But doing Sycamore, my body's itchy, itchy, itchy. I'm like, you know what? hospitality. Yes, let's do it. So now I'm a CEO in a hospitality firm. Yay. And then I'm like, yeah, okay, what's next? God is always doing something new. So what's next? It will never look like the old thing. What is next? And it's never a next thing. What's the new thing he's doing? I learned that from Pastor Sarah's podcast. Anyways, the next thing is that software came up as a service for us. Okay, what are we doing there? So the software we use internally in Bedrock, we built it internally, local currency, um, like what debugging every day, but it is ours. And now we have the potential to commercialize for a smaller, for smaller what's it called, companies that are coming up in Lagos, in Africa, everywhere, right? Hmm. What's next? Travel. It ties into the whole thing. Look, I've never seen myself as a multi-potentialite before. Never. I think when I moved from Sycamore to Bedrock, I struggled a lot. And it wasn't because I didn't know what I was doing. I struggled a lot with putting myself out there because I'm just like, which one am I doing? Do you get? Which one am I doing? Who knows me as hospitality or hospitality thought leader? And I honestly, so that's what then prompted me to say that it's your fear that it's fear that keeps you stuck in from not becoming multi-potentialite, because who said that it's only one gifting everyone has? Oh, it's your gift, that's it. Eh? That's okay. A singer cannot be a dancer as well. A singer cannot be a an IT person. Who said? Whose dictionary was that defined in? So nobody's gonna project on me what is not. Yes? Yes. So therefore now I still don't know how to define who I am in the business world. I am a serial entrepreneur. That's what where it ends, right? If you want to know more, I tell you more. Do you get me? But I'm walking through that personal branding. Do you know what I mean? Walking through it to pull out the best way to say. Let me tell you, it was where this even comes out the most. When I'm at the Gaia business dinner table and they say, okay, introduce yourself, it's like 30 seconds or 1 minute. And then I'm like, who should I put in front? Which of my like it is so confusing. I want to get to the point where I say my name is Dangote and everybody kind of knows, you know? Like everybody knows. Those kind type one name type people, Zendaya, you know, that's it. No surname. I just come to say my name is Oinye. Hey, everybody knows. Do you understand? That is it. So basically, I'm tying this back to what I was doing earlier in the day, which is that I was putting up travel content. I have years and years of gigabytes on gigabytes of travel content that I've done, and I've just not gone anywhere with them because, but now I'm trying to get to see the world. So why do I need to do it alone? I want everybody to see the world with me. That's it. So, so, so everybody should come to the world with me. I've been to 26 countries. A few countries I've done repeatedly, but 26 and counting. It's not a lot by some people's standards, but it is something I'm super proud of. And I make no lame boast. I am very proud and humbled, very humbled too, because 26 is not out of 195, it's still a ways to go, right? But I will not now sit down and keep short quiet on the one I've done because somehow somebody's not impressed by it. I don't care about anybody's impression. I don't. I figure that I'm not under anybody's limelight. I'm literally just living my own life. Everybody live your own life. So if this travel that I'm trying to put up on my channel and my Instagram and my social media doesn't really, it's not your kind of thing, then it's okay. But I will continue living as a multi-potentialite that I am. And then, if next year comes and I decide, you know what, I'm going to start something else, well, how about that? Then I will tell you all about it. And we will do this together. And you will come on the journey with me. So I guess the idea is really living every day and bringing you along on the journey. So my leave is over. My working leave. It wasn't a leave. It was a working leave. It's over at the end of this week. Before the end of this week. By the middle of the week. Why middle of the week? I don't know, but by the middle of the week, it's over, and I'm like back to life. Because I don't want to say back to real life because I'm living real life right now. On holiday is still real life because who I am on holiday, who I am when I travel is still me. It's still my real life. Who I get to experience, what part of me I get to experience is still part of me. That part of me is under no impression to be anybody at anybody's standard, or I'm not anybody's. When I'm traveling and I'm traveling solo, I'm not a sister at that point. I'm not a daughter. I'm not a wife or a mom or anything. I'm just Oinye. I'm literally just Oinye. So if I'm just Oinye, it really is anything I want to be, I can. So to go away from that and then come to something that's called the real life, god damn, roles and expectations come back. It then feels like pressure. I understand when people actually just take off and sell all their things and go backpacking or go solo traveling or even travel with people. I get it. I really do. Like, and I don't think it's about being cowardly or running away from real life. I don't think it's about that because people are nomadic anyways. They can, and there's been nomadism or there's been nomads from beginning of time. So I don't think it's about running away from your life. You know, I think there's something about that was put in us that sort of draws into the other parts of the world, like come see me. Do you know what I mean? It is my humble opinion that everyone sees the world, and I want everybody to see it alongside me. So if you live vicariously through me, that's also okay. But if you go on your own journey, I would love to be a part of it too. So that's that about travel. I can talk about travel all day long and I'll not be tired. What have I gained in the last few days? Rest, a lot of rest. Because by the time I go back to the real world, which is in quotes because I'm living my real world here too. By the time I get back to work and stuff, it then becomes like there's a real pressure. There's a real um like demand, risk that if you're not a certain type of or perform at a certain expectation, things will fall apart, you know? So forgive me for just trying to enjoy the last bit of this break I have. Um I made a note of things that I did in the last few days because I haven't recorded a video for a few days, and yeah, I caught up on work goals. Sure, I told you that it's a working leave, so I've been working as well. I went for an Afro dance party. It was for only women. Oh well, only women showed up. I don't know if it was for only women. It was quite a turnout. We held it in a dance school somewhere. Um, it was a different experience. Let's just put it like that because I've never been to, much as I like dancing, I've never been to any dance anything that's not Latin related. So it was just different. So Afro, I'll still rate Latin dance over like an Afro thing, just based on my first experience of this, right? Lots of sleep and rest, catching up on work, updating YouTube, and then there was a barbecue at a friend's house last night, and that was so cool. Like, it was so cool. Like, we had so much to eat and drink, so much. Then we started watching one useless, absolutely ridiculous show on YouTube. Let's just say we're none the wiser because the two cells that were still awake were dulled to death. Like, it was very dulling. It was a stupid show. Anyways, you know how you're watching a stupid show, instead of you just change it, you're still just watching it. That's exactly what we're doing yesterday. So, but the barbecue was really good. Um, this week I'm looking forward to closing a few things that have been left on my desk for a while because I feel like, you know what, um some things are not as urgent as they play out to be. Do you know what I mean? You would be at work and everything seems to be look, I got a message today and the way it was sent to me was urgent. Send this information. And the person called to follow up. So when I saw it like 30 minutes later, and I'm like, oh, hi, I'm trying to attend. The person was now giving me another gist. And I'm just like, but I'm trying to attend to this one that you have said is urgent. So what I'm trying to say to you now is that sometimes urgency is it, it's not always an emergency. Eh, it's not always an emergency. So just calm down, Rora, calm down before you go and, split an artery. Anyways, so what am I looking forward to this week? Still more rest, but getting back to work and ensuring that I am focused and I'm delivering at a high level because I couldn't have been away from work this long, that's physically, and not be delivering at a high level. So I have shared everything that's happened in the last few days. Now, my confession is that as I go back, because I'm not in my home country right now, as I go back, then my mind is at peace. It is also sound. Everywhere I go, I don't make mistakes. I don't make wrong turns. My steps are ordered by the Lord. My hands are taught to make war, so that a bow of steel is broken by my hand. The Lord has told me, He has assured me, He has given me an, an irrevocable promise that He's doing a new thing. And I see it. He's making a way in the wilderness and rivers in the desert. I see it with my eyes. God has taught me the way of wisdom. He has led me in right paths. When I go out this week, my steps do not end in dark, narrow passages. I don't end up making wrong turns. Let me drop one more thing that in the last few days, has been just going through my head. The amount of danger that one experiences when they travel is immense. It's immense. Let me tell you why. Because, if you travel a lot by there's a I don't want to start using words that I don't know. I was going to say there's a drag. Anyways, there's a thing that the pilot does when they lift off, right? They're trying to gain, they're going, 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 and then they turn the plane and then try to direct it the way it's supposed to go. Recently, I have had such anxiety about that because by the time it gets to that point, I've been flying in recently because I'm flying a lot in within the same area. I've been flying in smaller aircraft. Recently, I've just been not at peace. But I remember in this last flight, I just spoke to myself that before I'll say, "Oh, if I die, I die." but but recently, this last flight I took, I spoke to myself and I'm like, "No, why is your heart at? I'm not at peace. Receive peace in the name of Jesus." And it was like instant. It was instant. Like I got that peace instantly. My heart. Do you know what anxiety does to you? It takes away peace from you. peace has He given me? So I just said, do not worry, Winnie. You're not in danger. Like I had to speak to myself. I spoke and assured myself of what God has assured me of. When I heard me saying that to myself, I knew, I knew that it was just a mind trick. So I'm addressing it because I'm letting myself hear that I do not have an anxiety for flying. I do not. Yeah, so that's about it. Um, Thank you so much. I have to now become calm. This babe that did that Christian Gray's wife, that how calm her voice is. That's how they say we should be talking. And it's not natural to me. But they say, oh, talk calmly. So I'm going off now. See you tomorrow. Thank you so much for watching. I hope that you have a restful night and a most blessed week. You have to say it. You have to call the week and let it hear you. That it's going to be a blessed week. You're going to speak into it, not be random. Say it as you want to see it. Say, this is the week the Lord has made. I will make profit this week. This week, I will not I end up in dark, narrow passages. This week will favor me as I go into it in Jesus' name. Amen. Tomorrow.